Welcome back to the deep dive. So let's get into a topic that I feel like, well, it hits home for a lot of us. We've all been told, again and again, you must build a personal brand.
Oh, constantly. It's the new resume, right? You have to be
Yeah.
out there.
Exactly. But then the thought of actually keeping up with daily content
Yeah.
and just makes you want to quit before you even start.
It's so real. And that's what we're calling the modern personal brand crisis.
Yeah.
The expectation is just relentless. Daily stories, weekly videos. For most people, especially if you have a job, it feels impossible.
Right.
And that's why creator fatigue is so rampant. People burn out before they even get any traction, and they start to think, well, this is only for, the full-time hustlers.
I know that feeling so well. You start strong, you post for a couple of weeks, then life happens. And then suddenly you're inconsistent and it feels like the algorithm just quietly buries you.
Mm-hmm.
But the research we've been looking at, it points to a really clear, actionable solution. And that solution is AI. It's positioned as the ultimate equalizer here.
It really is. We're talking about using AI not just as like a cheap writing assistant, but as a tireless strategist and editor. It just slashes the time investment you need.
So it levels the playing field.
It totally levels the playing field. It makes consistency achievable for everyone, not just people with, huge teams behind them.
And that's the mission for this deep dive. We want to give you the exact blueprint from our sources for building a thriving brand in just 30 minutes a day.
Yes.
And the whole thing is built around a simple framework: create, share, and engage. The CSE framework. Every single minute is accounted for.
And what's so often missed, I think, is that AI doesn't kill authenticity. People are so worried about
That's
that.
a big fear, yeah.
It actually enhances it.
Yeah.
Because it handles all the grunt works, the scaffolding, the distribution. It frees you up to spend your few precious minutes injecting your personality, your insights. You end up amplifying your unique voice because you're not exhausted by all the mechanics.
Okay, so let's unpack that initial setup. Because the 30-minute routine is, I assume, useless without a solid foundation first.
Completely. You have to define what your personal brand is before you can automate anything.
And what does that mean exactly?
Think of it as your professional digital reputation. It's a mix of a few things. Your voice, so how you talk, your style, your look and feel, the value, what you actually offer, your positioning.
What you stand for.
What you stand for, exactly. And of course, consistency.
The sources we looked at were so clear on this one thing. The biggest growth killer is trying to be too broad.
Oh, absolutely.
We've all seen that creator, the one who posts about tech, travel, and tacos.
Yes. The tech, travel, and tacos bio.
Oh.
It sounds relatable, but it's a huge failure point. It's the biggest mistake people make. You try to appeal to everyone, you end up appealing to no one.
So it just confuses the algorithm?
It confuses the algorithm, and more importantly, it confuses the audience. They don't know how to categorize you. They don't know who to recommend you to. You just become noise.
So, okay, if you're struggling with that, with narrowing down, this is where AI first comes in.
It is. You can use a tool like ChatGPT to really crystallize your value. You feed it your skills, what your audience is struggling with, your goals, and then you ask it to generate what we call a hero transformation statement.
A hero transformation statement. I like that. So it's like your elevator pitch.
It's your one-line differentiator. It answers the question, what do I do for whom? So instead of, I'm a marketing consultant, you get something like, I help overwhelmed small business owners turn AI into their secret weapon.
Wow, that's much better.
That laser focus is gold.
Okay, and let's quickly touch on frequency versus consistency, because I think people get those mixed up.
All the time.
Yeah.
Frequency is just noise. It's shouting into the void every day. Consistency is about delivering a recognizable, reliable value every time you post.
I mean, people reward that more.
People and algorithms, they reward that way more. The goal isn't to post 5 times a day. It's what we call minimum viable consistency, maybe one high-value post a day. And AI is the tool that makes that commitment, actually possible.
Got it. So the last setup step is this once-and-done AI toolkit. First up is a prompt library.
This is non-negotiable. You have to reduce the daily friction. So you keep a library of your favorite prompts, your little magic spells.
So things like ideation prompts or...
Exactly. Ideation prompts, prompts for specific formats like turn this into a Twitter thread, or utility prompts like condense this into a 280-character hook. Stop reinventing the wheel every single morning.
And then the really critical part, to avoid sounding robotic, voice and style training.
Yes. You have to train the tool on you. Feed it your old emails, blog posts, things you've written. This helps it generate a brand voice document.
And what's in that document?
It's the guardrail for everything the AI creates. It'll say things like tone, friendly and optimistic, Humor, light, self-deprecating sarcasm only, pacing, always use short, punchy paragraphs. The better you train it, the more it sounds like you.
All right, so with that foundation narrow niche voice document ready, we can finally get into the 30-minute machine itself. This is where you focus just on the human touch.
Exactly. And just to set expectations, your first few days, it might take 45 minutes. That's fine.
You're building the muscle memory.
You're building the muscle memory. The structure is what matters, and it's built around 6-timed sprints.
Okay, let's do it. Step 1, idea generation. 3 minutes.
Right. This is to eliminate that horrible blank page stare. Your prompt is simple. Something like, based on my brand voice and my audience's pain points, give me 15 content angles for a short post today.
And you just scan the list and pick one?
Scan it, pick the one that feels most timely or interesting, and you move on. No agonizing.
I can do that. Okay, step 2, create a high-impact post, 7 minutes.
This is the creative heavy lifting. But the AI does the first draft. You use a structured prompt. You ask for, say, 5 different hook options, a simple story arc, maybe 3 strong calls to action.
Okay, hold on. 7 minutes for a high-impact post. Doesn't that risk it sounding really shallow or rushed? How do we stop it from just being diluted?
That's a great question, and it's the genius of this workflow. The AI delivers the optimized structure. It gives you the good headline, the bullet points. Your 7 minutes are for refinement and inserting the soul.
So you're not just taking what it gives you.
Never. You're replacing a generic example with a specific personal story. You're tweaking the last sentence to reflect your actual philosophy. The AI handles the mechanics, you provide the meaning.
I love that. You provide the meaning. Okay, that makes sense. Moving on to the big efficiency game. Step 3, multi-platform repurposing. 5 minutes.
This is the time multiplier. You take that core post you just refined and you prompt the AI. Repurpose this into 3 optimized formats.
So like a Twitter thread and a LinkedIn post.
Exactly. It might turn your 250-word post into a punchy 10-point Twitter thread, and at the same time, a more formal 400-word LinkedIn article with professional headers. Same message, but tailored for each platform.
Next up, the visual part, which the sources say is non-negotiable. Step 4, create 1 visual or video, 5 minutes.
Yes, visuals can boost engagement by almost 100%, but you don't need a film crew.
Right.
Use an AI tool to generate a simple quote card from the best line in your post. Or if you're doing video, have the AI draft a 30-second talking head script, then use something like Descript to automatically add captions and do basic edits. Minimal time.
Okay, and now for maybe the most important part for actual community building. Step 5, the engagement sprint, 5 minutes.
It's so important. If you just post and leave, you haven't built a brand, you've built a billboard.
Right.
And this is where people struggle, because how do you scale authentic conversations? Well, you use AI to scan your feed or your comments, and you prompt it to suggest thoughtful responses in your tone.
So it's not just generating a generic great post.
Absolutely not. That's useless. It's analyzing the post and suggesting something substantive, like, that's a powerful point about X. But have you considered how the new policy on Y affects that strategy? It helps you find and start the high-leverage conversations.
And then we wrap up. Step 6, scheduling or posting, 3 minutes.
Yep. You queue it up in your scheduler or post it right then. And a pro tip from the sources. Ask the AI to generate an A/B test variant of your headline. Just a little something to check later. And that's it. 28 minutes and you're done for the day.
Okay, so once that daily habit is locked in, you start layering on top of it. You move to the weekly workflow, which is about 60 to 90 minutes.
Exactly. This is where you turn those quick daily hits into evergreen, authority-building assets. It's the compound effect.
So what does that look like?
You mine your best 3 or 4 daily posts from that week, and you prompt the AI to expand them into long-form content. A 1,000-word article maybe, with SEO keywords and a storytelling arc. The AI gives you the structure.
And you go back in and add the personal examples.
You got it. You infuse the stories that keep people reading.
And video is handled efficiently here too, with batching.
Yes. Recording daily is a total time sink.
Huh.
So in this weekly session, you have AI script 3 to 5 short vertical videos based on your top posts, and you record them all in one focus session.
Then every month, there's a monthly deep dive, 1 or 2 hours.
This is to prevent brand drift. You use AI to analyze your analytics, compare follower growth to engagement, see what content pillars are really hitting.
And that data tells you if your positioning is actually working.
Right, and you can use that data to evolve. You can ask the AI to generate a hero statement 2.0 to refine your niche based on what the audience is responding to without, starting over from scratch.
We should probably spend a minute on resistance, though, because adopting this workflow, it's not just about the tactics. There's a psychological part.
There is. The main barriers are fear of losing authenticity, and maybe more importantly, ego.
The ego hurdle, that's a powerful point. We kind of equate manual effort with worth, don't we? Like if I spent 3 hours agonizing over a post, it must be better than one that takes 3 minutes with AI.
Exactly that. You feel like you have to suffer to prove your commitment. But the secret is shifting your focus from manual labor to high-value input. AI handles the structure. You, the creator, have to insert the soul, the unique opinions, the lessons only you have learned.
So what's the quick fix if you hit a wall and your content just starts sounding generic?
You bump up the voice prompt with more specifics. Don't just say, make it friendly. Say, incorporate my optimistic tone and reference this specific client story. Or you can feed the AI content you admire from someone like Seth Godin and say, rewrite this, borrowing that clarity but keeping my specific voice. It's that dialing in that creates uniqueness.
So after hearing this whole blueprint, what results can someone actually expect from this 30-minute daily habit? The sources lay out a pretty clear 90-day transformation roadmap.
They do. In the first 30 days, so days 1 to 30, the focus is just on consistency. You're building the habit, getting base traction, and you're proving to the platform that you're reliable.
And then by days 31 to 60, you start to get real recognition.
Yeah, your identifiable voice starts to emerge. You see deeper interactions. Maybe you get your first little viral bump from a video. Your audience starts to say, oh, that's the person who always talks about X.
You become known for something.
Exactly. And then by days 61 to 90, you're really developing authority. Your thought leadership compounds, your brand starts acting like a magnet, pulling in opportunities, collaboration invites, speaking gigs, that sort of thing.
The big takeaway here really is that consistency beats intensity. Every time. 30 minutes is enough because the AI is doing all that heavy repetitive lifting, the research, the drafting, the optimizing. It lets you focus only on the leverage points.
Your personality and your unique insights. That's it.
So what's the final provocative thought? For people who master this, what's next?
Well, for those who really get this daily routine down, the next step is to look into advanced automations.
Okay.
You can use tools like Zapier or Mobi to make. They act as these automation bridges. You can set it up so that a single Google Doc post is automatically repurposed and delivered to all your platforms via API calls. You can achieve true semi-autopilot content scaling.
Wow.
So if 30 focus minutes already works wonders, just imagine the exponential growth when your system handles the entire distribution chain by itself.
This episode is brought to you by Whoop Social, the all-in-one social media tool that saves you time and skyrockets your growth. Stop wasting hours posting manually. With Whoop Social, you can schedule, publish, and track performance across every platform, all from one simple dashboard. Whether you're a creator, brand, or agency, Whoop Social helps you stay consistent, reach more people, and grow faster automatically. Don't wait. Join thousands of smart marketers and start free today at whoopsocial.com.